What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Rails of Mass. Today we're back at Medfield Junction and we're finally going to wrap up our exploration of the Bay Colony Railroad Newton branch. Today's adventure is going to begin right here at the Ice House Road crossing. This is the end of the Medfield Rail Trail and the beginning of what's left of the rail here for the Newton branch. It's been a few months since we were last here, and you can see the vegetation is taking no time filling back in. Summer 2026 is just about here. This area of brush by the back of the parking lot seems to be the worst, but beyond that seems to be a little bit better. Now coming back up to the aerial view, we're now looking towards the Framingham Secondary. That's the Kingsbury Club on the right. It was built towards the later years of Bay Colony's time here. I also find it very interesting that they have a helipad in the middle of the driveway. It's at this point that the Newton branch does come to an end, and joins into the siding here in the Framingham Secondary. Back in March of 1987, Arthur Purchase was at this very spot, recording this train coming off of the Framingham Secondary. Now coming back to May of 2025, we can see the track layout here is virtually the same as it was back in the Bay Colony days. The only difference now is this siding is now double-ended. The switch at the far end was not here when Bay Colony was operating on this line. We're now looking towards Framingham, and in the other direction is going to be Medfield Center. We're now looking towards West Mill Street. From here the siding ends and becomes single-tracked. And just ahead is another switch that begins the Millis Industrial track. We're now looking in the same direction, just at a lower altitude. That's West Mill Street up ahead. And this switch right here is the beginning of the Millis line. Now once again looking back to 1987, Arthur Purchase recorded a train over this very section of track. The large gravel pile ahead is from Sam White and Sons. While they are not a rail-serve customer, they do seem to keep their locations very close to the railroad tracks, so maybe they'll keep their options open in the future. The interesting track layout here is really a holdover from the way it was. At one point, the Newton branch did cross directly over the Framingham secondary with a diamond. The secondary was double tracked at that time, and you can see the Millis branch was also double tracked as well. There was once a nice station building here, and the entire interlocking was controlled from the tower. I'm not sure when the tower was removed, but the station did remain in service until passenger service on this line was discontinued in 1967. The station once sat right here at the corner of West Mill Street and Adams Street. The diamond would have been located right in the middle of the screen, and the other track would have continued right through that large gravel pile. Those large concrete blocks are most likely going to be for a bridge replacement that's going to happen right at the switch for the beginning of the Millis line, but that's just a theory. The track leading to the station is now long gone, but the right-of-way is still visible in the woods. And even though the ties and rail are gone, this bridge here has still survived. Today, the small portion that remains of the Newton branch, as well as the Millis Industrial track, are both under the control of the Mass Coastal Railroad. The Framingham secondary is owned by the state. CSX has their freight rights here, and Mass Coastal does the maintenance. There is no passenger service on this section of the Framingham secondary, but there is still some freight, and today we're going to get to see that in the form of CSX Local LO10 as it makes its way back from Framingham. Well guys, we finally made it to the end of the line here at Medfield Junction. I appreciate you guys for joining me in this adventure, but it's not quite over. I hope you'll join us back here next time at Midfield Junction as we begin our exploration of the Bay Colony Railroad Millis Industrial Track. Once we complete our look at the Millis line, it's going to be very interesting to see where we're going to end up next. Massachusetts is filled with abandoned and forgotten railroads, and I hope we're going to explore many of them together. Once again, I really appreciate you guys for joining me in these adventures. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.